crazy is she's mixing up the Catholic religion with something else, because the Catholic religion will say the Trinity. And the Trinity is actually three different entities that pull from a source that they call God. But she's saying oneness. When you say the Father and the Son are the same person, that's oneness. But it says, wait, there's a mediator between us and God. Who is that?
And men. The man, Jesus Christ.
So the Son is the mediator to the Father. She said they are the same person.
They'll tell you the pontiff is.
Huh?
They'll tell you the pontiff is.
Oh, right.
You know who the pontiff is, right?
Yeah, yeah.
The Pope.
Yeah. And they believe that, yeah.
I got a question for you.
Huh.
If someone commits murder, intelligent murder, could they be saved if they repent?
Give me 1 Samuel, you know what I want? 15. And give me Exodus 20. Right? That is a beautiful question. That is a beautiful question. Right?
One of the commandments.
Uh-huh.
That was broken.
Right. Read this.
Exodus 20?
Yes. And I need, thou shalt not. I think I need like verse 12 or 13.
All right. This is the book of Exodus, chapter 20, verse 13.
The 10 Commandments.
Thou shalt not kill.
Thou shalt not what?
Thou shalt not kill.
Okay, but watch this. Read this right here. You know what I want?
You want,
Get to the point where he said what to do with Amalek.
yeah, you want the verse 3.
Yeah.
It's the book of 1 Samuel, chapter 15, and verse 3.
Mm-hmm.
Now go and smite Amalek,
This is the Lord talking. He says, go and smite Amalek.
and utterly destroy all that they have.
Whoa. Now he's telling them to go kill the Amalekites. That's interesting, right?
Why?
This is why. Because, read that again.
This is Exodus, chapter 20, verse 13. Thou shalt not kill.
The real Hebrew word there for kill is murder. Thou shalt not murder.
And that's the...
And this is talking about killing. There's a wicked people that did something very wicked to Israel. God said, get rid of them. Now, let's say you're a man. You have an apartment. You have a home, a house. Someone breaks into your house, is threatening your family, your wife, your children, your daughters, your sons. You can kill them. And you're not breaking God's law. But let's say you break into someone else's house to take their things and end up killing them. Now, that's murder. That's a problem, right? Exodus 2 and 19. One more about that, since he asked a good question. Right on for good questions about the Bible. You got it? Where Moses looked one way and over the other, right? And when Pharaoh said that he thought Moses, he looked this way. This is Exodus 12, Exodus 2 and 11. Start at verse 11.
Exodus 2, verse 11. And it came to pass in those days when Moses was grown.
Now, Moses is living in Egypt, and he's grown, right?
That he went out unto his brethren and looked on their burdens.
He's looking at the Hebrews. He knows he's a Hebrew, even though he's raised around the Egyptians. He goes out and sees the suffering that his people are going through, the oppression.
And he spied an Egyptian smiting a Hebrew.
He looked at his way, he saw an Egyptian beating down one of his own people, one of his Hebrew people, right? What did Moses do?
One of his brethren.
One of his brethren, right?
And he looked this way.
Like some George Floyd type action. You know what I'm talking about? The Bible say you ain't supposed to, give me Leviticus 19 and 17.
And he looked this way and that way.
Moses did like this. Moses looked this way and looked this way. He said, who out here? The police out here? That's what Moses did.
And when he saw that there was no man, he slew the Egyptian.
He looked back, who's that way, who's that way? And he slew the Egyptian, right? Read on.
And hid him in the sand.
And buried him in the sand. This is Moses, right? What's this?
It's the book of Leviticus, chapter 19, verse 17.
Stand against the blood of your brother. Stand against the blood of your brother. Keep reading.
Thou shalt not hate thy brother in thine heart. Verse 16. Thou shalt not go up and down as a talebearer.
Shouldn't backbite your brother, talking bad about him behind his back. This is one of the commandments of God. It ain't hard to do. This will stop us from killing each other.
Among thy people, neither shalt thou stand against the blood of thy neighbor.
It's a commandment from God that you are not supposed to be able to stand there and watch some people unjustly kill your brother. So when George Floyd is happening, we ain't supposed to pull out our phones and film it. That's what's wrong with some of these young little punks. They want to film it. But you're supposed to stop stop from killing your brother, right? That's a commandment from God. It'd be a sin to watch somebody just kill your brother unlawfully, right? Read this.
This is New Testament, right? It's the book of Acts, chapter 7, verse 23. And when he was full, 40 years old, it came into his heart to visit his brethren, the children of Israel.
That's the story of Moses. We're just talking about Moses right now, right?
And seeing one of them suffer wrong, he defended him.
Defended his brother. So he killed the man. He looked both ways, killed the Egyptian, buried him in the sand, and the record says he defended his brother.
And avenged him that was oppressed and smote the Egyptian.
With the little boy?
Yeah.
Uh-huh. This one right here, right?
Yeah. I got the same picture.
Hey, let me give you a flyer, King. Let me give you a flyer, King.
King, keep laboring. I got the flyer.
Oh, okay. So, beautiful, brother. We appreciate you. Read this one more. Let's talk about this flyer. One more for you.
It's the book of Hebrews, chapter 11, verse 24. By faith, Moses, when he was come to years, refused to be called the son of Pharaoh's daughter.
Moses refused to be called the son of Pharaoh's daughter. What did he do instead?
Choosing rather to suffer affliction with the people of God than to enjoy the pleasures of sin for a reason.
See that? Beautiful. So the difference between killing and murder, you know what I mean? That's beautiful, right? Hey, have a good one, King. All right, now check this out. He said he got this. Where you got this? On your phone?
In my house.
Oh, in your house, on your wall.
Yeah, from Alabama.
Oh, see?
68.
Oh, well, check this out. My family from Texas, right? And my great aunt brought my mom a branch off of cotton. You know what I mean? It still had cotton in it, right? And that stuff sharp. Cut your hand and you pick it the wrong way, right? This is our history. Give me Deuteronomy 28. And weigh, because there's a quota. Then you have a bag and you got to weigh it at the end of the day, see if you did good or not. If you did right. Now check this out. Deuteronomy 28 and 68. Because this right here, the reason why I put this on here is because it touches my heart and it pisses me off. It reminds me of where we're coming from, right? Read this. This is what now what I'm going to say is Moses predicted all of that stuff on that sign 3,000 years ago was going to happen to the children of Israel if they didn't follow the covenant of God. He predicted all of this. Read it.
68.
This is the book of Deuteronomy 28, verse 68.
Matter of fact, start at 65.
Verse 65. And amongst these nations shalt thou find no ease. If you don't do what I say, someone word of curse I'm going to put on you is you ain't going to have no ease amongst when you're living among all these other nations. Right? It ain't never going to be easy. Life ain't never going to be easy. Neither shall the sole of thy foot have rest. Neither will your foot have any rest. But the Lord shall give thee there a trembling heart. Trembling heart and failing of eyes. Failing of eyes. That means every day we'll be depressed. We'll be worried about the bills. Concerned about our lives. Right? Read on. In a sorrow of mind. And thy life shall hang in doubt before thee. We might go across the street to get a bottle of juice, get shot by our own brother, get shot by the police. Our life hangs in the balance. You've been dealing with it for 68 years. And thou shalt fear day and night, and shalt have none assurance of thy life. In the morning thou shalt say, what God it were even. In the morning you're going to say, man, I wish it was over with. Right? Read on. And in the evening thou shalt say, with God it were morning. At nighttime you be like, man, I wish it was tomorrow. Right? Because we ain't never live in a happy state like that. For the fear of thine heart wherewith thou shalt fear. And
verse 68.
Verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships. I'll bring you into Egypt again with ships this time. You didn't need ships to go to Egypt. They walked out of Egypt. right? He said, I'll bring you into Egypt again. Egypt represents something in the Bible. You got that Exodus? Is that what you're getting? Yeah, get that Exodus 20. Read that again.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
He said, I'll bring you into Egypt again. Exodus 20.
It's the book of Exodus, chapter 20, verse 2. I am the Lord thy God, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage.
Egypt was major for slavery. That's what the Israelites was doing there. Slavery, right? There's two major slaveries that you can ask somebody about through history. What are the most major slavery that you ever heard of taking place? And it would be Egypt, and it would be our people, right? Read on.
Go ahead, 68.
And the Lord thy God will bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
Ships this time. You're going to slavery this time on ships. Read on.
By the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again.
You're going to go into Egypt on ships. I already told you, you're not going back to actual Egypt again. Read on.
And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies.
Brought into slavery on boats, sold to your enemies, not sold to your best friends. I think it said best friend.
And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies.
You know who that was?
Read on.
For bondmen,
Slave men
and bondwomen.
and slave women, right? Now, this is 3,000 years ago. But give me 54. These are the curses that God put on the children of Israel, the chosen people of God, if they didn't keep his commandments, right?
Deuteronomy 28, verse 54. So that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eyes shall be evil towards his brother.
We used to be tender and delicate with each other. We see each other. If we left to our own devices, we walk up down the street, I'd be like, how you doing, brother? Everything good? Your mama good? Everything? All right. Good to see you, brother. You need anything? See that? See that? That's how we're supposed to be tender and delicate. He just threw me a thumbs up back. He thought I was talking to him. You feel me? That was how we used to be. But it says what? That is tender and delicate shall what?
So the man that is tender and delicate, his eyes shall be evil towards his brother.
We the only ones. What other nation is there on the earth that when they see each other, they can fight, not knowing each other with one word? Well, what's good? Well, what's good? Nigga, what's good? Nigga, what's good? We're on the platform of the D-Train. Nigga, what's good? Nigga, what's good? This is us. It don't happen in Chinatown. That's not what them Arabs is doing. That's not what white folks is doing. They're not across the street twisting up their fingers at each other. It's our people. Who is this describing? Keep reading.
And toward the wife of his bosom.
Can't get along with his wife. Baby mama drama. That's our people's issues. Blacks, Latinos, and natives. That's our problems. Read on.
And toward the remnant of his children, which he shall leave.
Which he shall what?
Which he shall leave.
Go buy 10 houses over here in the Bronx. Ain't no dad up in 9 of them. You know what I mean? I didn't grow up with my father. I met him once when I was 13, and I didn't see him again until I was 26. You know what I mean? He didn't either. A lot. Now, not saying all of us don't have a father around, but some of them got taken away to go to prison. Some of them got killed. Some of them just is gone because they tell you can't have a dad around because you can't get that money from the government if you got a father around. You know what I mean? There's different reasons why there don't be no fathers around. But Moses, 3,000 years ago, said, if you guys don't listen to what I say, I'm going to make this up. Give me verse 46.
45.
This is verse 45. Moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee, and shall pursue thee, and overtake thee, till thou be destroyed, because thou hearkenest not unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to keep his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee.
Right.
And they
Now check this out. Give me a yoke of iron, 49 or 48. Now this, he said he got this in his house. I'm glad you got this in your house, King, because we cannot forget this. This is an advertisement right here. It says little licorice drops, right? They used to sell our babies to white people as alligator bait. He's tied to a tree, and then an alligator eventually comes out of the water and eats him. And while he's eating them, the alligator's attached to the rope. Then they can kill the alligator and make shoes or make belts, right? And they use our children as bait. This man, they hung this man right here. This man, his name is Lige Daniels. They pulled him out of the courthouse. That building behind there is a courthouse in the South. They pulled him out of the courthouse. He was innocent. And then they hung him right in front of the courthouse. And look at all those white folks smiling and taking selfies. Nowadays, we call that a selfie, right? This guy right here, his name is William. They burned him alive. And look at them all standing there like it's a family picture. They take their kids out of school to watch something like this, right? That's what they get the term, they call it a picnic, because they used to pick a nigga to hang, and then they take the kids out of school to watch it, right? This is the place we live. These people, right? Now the thing is, we're not doing it to try to. You got that in your house, so that's beautiful. The reason why it's here is because people are forgetting that, because we don't want to know about it no more. They want to say, "Well, I don't want to know about no slavery." I was talking to homegirl because there's a movie came out. Oh, my fault. There's a movie came out. What's it called? 12 Years a Slave or something like that. And she was like, "I'm tired of these slave movies, right? I'm tired of slave movies." And I said, "Well, you tired of slave movies because you don't like seeing us as slaves. But the truth is, if we don't know what we were before we were slaves, you got to remember this. The truth is that slavery and oppression is what ties us to the Bible." Give me Ecclesiastes 4:1. Give me Ecclesiastes 4:1. That slavery is what ties us to the Bible. It ties us to being the children of Israel. Who else don't have any? Most of us don't have fathers in the homes. Baby mama drama, right? Another nation done came up above us. There's more curses than what we just named. You know, the fact that everybody on this block that owns a business, ain't none of them our people. We just do the shopping here. Arabs, Jewish, white folks, they all own all this. The Happy Walk, the Happy Kitchen, ain't no nigga that own the Happy Walk. Give me Acts 13:1.
Ecclesiastes chapter 4 verse 1. So I return and consider all the oppressions that are done under the sun. And behold, the tears of such as were oppressed, and they had no comforter.
That's what this Bible's about. It's about the children of Israel not following God. God puts us into oppression and slavery until we cry enough to come back to him and get saved. You feel me? And that's what the whole moral is of the Bible. Watch this.
It's the book of Acts, chapter 13, verse 1.
Uh-huh.
Now there were in the church that was at Antioch certain prophets and teachers.
This is 2,000 years ago.
And teachers as Barnabas and Simeon, that was called nigger.
That was what?
That was called nigger.
People don't know that this is the Bible. This is the King James Version Bible. If you read it in an ESV or an NIV, it may say the dark man, the black man, right? But you read it in the KJV, it says what?
Nigger.
Yeah. One more time, nigga.
That was called nigger.
Who else is called that? This is 2,000 years ago. The apostles of God were being called black man, dark man. You know, we be in the neighborhood. We grew up in the neighborhood. There's one brother who's really dark, and we used to call him black. You know what I mean? If I grew up with Wesley Snipes, we'd be like, "Hey, what's up, black?" Because, not that we ain't black too, but he's just the darkest one of us. So we call him. We be like, "Oh, what's up, black?" You know what I'm talking about? This is what's going on 2,000 years ago. But they done told us, oh, they done whitewashed everything. All white everything. You know what I mean? All white everything when it comes to the Bible. But the truth is, the so-called blacks, Latinos, mostly 99% of what you see walking up and down Fordham is what Israel looked like. You know what I mean? Give me the other side of this right here. The other side of this right here. Give me Daniel. What you got? Oh, okay. Give me Daniel 7 and give me Revelation 4. I want to show you something. The Bible was remixed by these guys. It wasn't even remixed, but these are the ones that told us about it. This guy, John Smith, he created the Baptist religion. This guy, Charles Parham, he created the Pentecostal. You look at Pentecostal now, we think niggas, don't we? That's what's going on. They be quick walking and they be, you know what I mean, right? But this is created by this guy. Created by this big old mustache looking dude, right? William Miller, Seventh-day Adventist, right? Charles T. Russell, Jehovah's Witnesses. These so-called white men have remixed our book. But look at the Hebrews on the Egyptian walls. Some of us were light-skinned, some of us were darker skinned. We've always been different shades of brown. But watch this.
It's the book of Daniel chapter 7 and verse 9. I beheld till the thrones were cast down,
Uh-huh.
and the Ancient of Days did sit,
The Ancient of Days, that's just God has no beginning, right? That's the Father that's talking about, right?
whose garment was white as snow,
Uh-huh. That means God has a body. He has a garment on. Read on.
and the hair of his head like the pure wool.
Oh, and his hair is like wool. The Most High God's hair is like wool.
His throne was like a fiery flame.
Okay, hold on now. We're reading about the Most High God, and let's read more about the Most High God. Verse, I need chapter 4. You know where I want? It's not verse 1. I need like verse,
This is Book of Revelation, chapter 4, verse 2.
2.
And immediately I was in the spirit, and behold, a throne was set in heaven,
Okay, this is the throne. This is God's throne, right?
and one sat on the throne.
Uh-huh.
And he that sat was to look upon like a jasper and sardine stone.
A jasper and sardine stone. Now, if I ask most people, what the hell a jasper and sardine stone look like? Most people have probably never seen that, right? This is a jasper and sardine stone right here. It says the Most High God, the Father, looks like a jasper and sardine stone. You go into, and it says he has hair like wool. You go in the Bible in Revelation 1, it says Christ looks like brass, fine brass, that's been burnt in a furnace. This is burnt brass right here. That looked like our people, right? And they trying to tell us it looked like Matthew McConaughey and ZZ Top. They want to show you the 10 Commandments and Charlton Heston over there looking like ZZ Top. Knowing damn well he should be looking like Morgan Freeman. You know what I'm talking about? They done lied to us about what's in the book. They lied to us about who we are. The truth is, we are the chosen people of God, and the reason why we're, you know what? One more, and I don't want to overload the brother unless he got some questions. He can ask us a question. Give me Nehemiah 9, Nehemiah 9:27. What you got? Revelation. Go ahead and read it. Oh no, you're okay. Yeah, the jasper and sardine stone, right? Okay, give me Nehemiah 9:26, right? Because I just want to run this down because I spoke on this and I want to prove it.
The book of Nehemiah, chapter 9, verse 26.
Uh-huh.
Nevertheless, they were disobedient.
Matter of fact, start a verse ahead of that.
Verse 25. And they took strong cities and a fat land and possessed houses full of all goods.
This is the Israelites. When the Israelites came out of Egypt through the Red Sea, God gave them other people's lands because there were some wicked ass people. And he was they did child sacrifice, they drank blood. God was like, take these wicked people's land, right? It's the Fertile Crescent. So he says they took strong cities and they had a lot going on. He gave them beautiful cities that they didn't have to build.
Wells dig, vineyards, and olive yards, and fruit trees in abundance.
Beautiful land.
So they did eat and were filled and became fat.
So God gave us a good land. Israel's the Fertile Crescent. It looked like a desert now because we're not there. God said, "They'll make it look like a desert until the real Jews come back." That's how you know the real Jews ain't there, because it looked like a desert over there. But that's the most fertile land. It's the Nile, the Euphrates, the Tigris. All these rivers are surrounding it. Why is it dry like that? Read on.
And delighted themselves in thy great goodness. Nevertheless, they were disobedient.
So then we turn disobedient. We get to living good, and then we start acting crazy.
And rebelled against thee, and cast thy law behind their backs,
And we cast God's law behind our backs.
and slew thy prophets which testified against them,
And we killed all the prophets who tried to remind us about God.
to turn them to thee.
Uh-huh.
And they wrought great provocations.
Right, sins, right?
Therefore thou deliverest them into the hand of their enemies.
So God delivers us into the hand of our enemies. Think about it. These white folks, they're not stronger than us. Man, give me a 68-year-old brother and put him next to a 68-year-old white man. And put them in the Olympics against each other. Put them in the boxing ring against each other. Put them on the racetrack against each other. And put them on Vogue magazine against each other. You think what I'm talking about? And they gonna get them in all ways. Good talking to you, brother. Good talking to you, brother. That's right. That's right. So there's a reason why. Yeah, our email's on there, YouTube's on there, all that. YouTube, all that. There's a reason why our people keep ending up in these bad situations. There's a reason why we're the last hired, first fired. There's a reason why we all stacked up in them buildings, barely putting eggs and milk in the fridge. There's a reason why all of our uncles and cousins getting locked up in the Clink house. There's a reason why all our sisters and cousins are out there twerking in front of police cars. It's because we are not living to our full potential. God gave us a heritage. Our heritage is not rolling blunts. Our heritage is not Hennessy and do-rags and the playoffs. That's not our heritage. You know what I mean? I'm not saying something wrong with a little Hennessy or something. I'm not saying that. I'm saying it's not our heritage, right? I'm saying who we are as a people, our ethnicity has been completely destroyed.